Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hi, it's me, your friend Corey. Oh, goodness. So, I was working on this one. I'm doing just fine, and I'm excited because I'm getting up here. And what did I find? I already put the corners up in here. So, I am going to have to take that out and redo all of this up to here. Oh my gosh. So, frogging day. Yay! Glad you're here. Once again, I get to frog. Anyways, before we get to frogging, because I'm just like, wow, I'm going to show you my thrift store finds. I found this nice red for $3. This looks like it's going to be a good amigurumi. I'm not sure what kind it is. Kind of looks like it could be a red heart. I haven't actually touched it because I'm giving it a little time to be put in here. See, there's a nice little black mark on there. So $3 for the skein of yarn is not bad. That'll be good for amigurumis. Then this one for $5. Again, I can't tell if anything's living in there, so we're just going to be very careful. That does look like a bit of a larvae bit, but this one was open, so I don't know. I haven't seen anything in it. This is Aran, and this was made in 2022. It's a medium 4, 5.3 millimeter hook or 5 millimeter needles, and it's a good old Red Heart Super Saver. That's not a bad looking scarf. I don't know if I'd actually wear it, but I do think it's pretty nice. 2 balls, not bad. I get a free pattern out of it. Then I saw these ones, which I have used before. I'm pretty sure I have some bits and pieces of a couple that I've had before. These are the Starlight from Mary Maxim. They're worsted weight, 100% acrylic. This one is pale gold, and this one is light old rose. Made in Turkey, 180 yards, roughly about 165 meters. And yeah, let's see what our sizes are here. It's a 5 millimeter hook or a 5 millimeter needle. And yeah, it's a 4 weight. So I got a couple 4 weights because, like I was saying before, I need to replenish some colors for amigurumis. And I don't mind mixing and matching with my acrylics when I do this. So, always exciting to get a few more little bits of color in my color library. Now, I get to pull this all apart because I put 4 instead of 2. See, over here I have 2. So when I come back around, I just add one here, and we slip stitch into there. But because I did 4, I had to slip stitch through, and it became very bulky, and it's super noticeable. So there's that. We're just going to roll up this yarn while I go along. Because, oh yeah, that's just amazing. I'm going to have to take those 3 right out. Oh, there's some yarn. All that hard work. And I was so excited because I was like, oh my gosh, I got a panel done. I'm well on my way. And apparently I was not. So it was this one. The brown one's the first one, then the white, and then the green. My goodness. Well, at least it frogs easily, right? It's not tight. It's not wrapped around itself. I'm just going to wrap this up before we get a big tangle, because we all know how much I love tangles. I do. But I am trying to get this piece done. I've been working on it on and off since January, so I'd really like to get it done at some point. And we're going back this way. And now, see, I did the rest of them just fine. It's just one. And that's all it ever takes, is just one spot to not be right. I'm going to go back through here. Do-do-do, do-do-do. And we're going to pull that out. Then we're going to come back down. And we're going to pull this out. See how lovely that is? What a shame. I was so excited. Here comes the bane of my existence because I somehow just forgot what I was doing. So at least I don't have to take this one out. Oh no, I sure do. Because it was right here. That's right. Make sure I don't have them anywhere else. So far, no. Everything else is just fine. Just this one spot. So I do have to take the whole thing out. So I did it right from when I was placing this one in. Because if I remember correctly, I was struggling to remember how to do it properly. And now I do remember. And the only problem with taking big breaks in your projects is forgetting what you're doing. I do have a book now that I can write these things down, and I think I'm going to start doing that because when I look in my notes in my phone, quite often I'm quite lost. But the best part is I got myself a couple of fun pens yesterday at the Dollarama. I mean, I probably didn't have to, but I probably had to because, yeah, I think these ones are absolutely phenomenal. And, yeah. Where did they go? Oh, here they are. I got 2 packs of these for $1.75 a pack. And these are actually pens. They write in red. I already gave one to one of my daughters. She was really excited about it. They're just a bunch of Halloween fun. I couldn't resist. I've got kids. Why not? Also, I really like Halloween. So those are probably going to be my note-taken pens for my crochet book. So I can keep track of this stuff better because I find that I'm just a little overwhelmed with everything going on and trying to stay organized. So I'm trying to figure out ways to stay organized in different parts of my world. I have all my work stuff written down on my phone. I should have a book with my crochet stuff just because I feel like it's something I should just write down. There we go. Take out one. All right. Hello. Let us get back to building this beautiful piece. All right, so this is where I went wrong in the first place. So we are going to go like that. And we are going to match this up, right? Yeah, that's right. I should have, so we have a chain 1. And then we just go across. No, this isn't going right. This is why I messed it up in the first place. I should turn it this way. Yeah. It definitely has to be turned when you're doing a join as you go. That is for sure. That is one thing I've definitely noticed. So by turning it, I should be able to add it all. Okay. And now I can just slip stitch into there. And we do our granny cluster here. Back and forth to put everybody together. Two and 3. And we slip into there. And we give that a really nice go. Back into here. So now when I come back through, I'm only going to have 1 and 1 on each corner, where my mistake was I had 2 and 2. So when I came back around, I couldn't put my stitches in. So I think that's going to pop up occasionally with this kind of thing, just because of how I did it, being that this is my first time doing it. I'm not an expert. I'm learning as we go, so I know there's probably going to be some spots that I'm just going to have to slip stitch through. Fortunately, this spot I was able to go back and do it properly, so it'll sit properly. If I have to slip stitch through, then I will. This is not a professional deal. This is for an art chair. This is not going to be something that is going to be a showpiece. So it's a good one to learn this technique, because I have been wanting to learn it. That is for sure. There we go. So now, I just got an itchy nose from all the lint in the air. Gotta love that. Okay, so we're just gonna give it one of these, give it a slip stitch, and then we turn the whole thing. So that's what I mean by it. We have to turn this thing quite often. Turn this way so my stitches are going the right direction. And we just do a cluster in the corner to make up the two for the corner, because just like with everything else, the two clusters make the corner right here. And then we're gonna chain one, and we are going to keep on going. Here we go, right on through. Give it one of those. And we are keeping on getting through. So you do cluster, cluster, chain between them, so it lays nice and flat and as far out as you can go without it being too much. And oh, get back here. And so I need one on this side. So we do our chain. We do one cluster. And we chain one. Turn the work again. See how that's going to work out. And then we take that one. And we're going to pop it this way. And we're going to turn this way, I believe it is. Nope. It's this way. No. Because if I put them in that way, it's going to end over here. So we're going to have to go the opposite. So that's what I'm trying to do, is make sure that it's going to continue going down the right way. All right. This is looking really weird. It'll make sense in a moment. We are going to go into that corner and just do a nice little cluster. So when I finish my last stitch here, I know I'm going the right way because we're going this way. If I had gone the other way, it would be going that way, which is not the way we want to go. So you always have to make sure that you're double checking where your stitching is going, unlike me, who doesn't seem to know what I'm doing. Yay! Now we're going to leave that in the back so I can bury that. Give it one of these. Go to the next cluster hole and put in a granny cluster. Oh no, you didn't. I get you over there. And that just split real good. Now, this is even more splitty than other yarns I'm working with right now that I'm struggling with. But that is also dollar store stuff that has been made into something and then taken apart. So I fully expect that. I mean, they're not expensive yarns. They have some pretty cool colors though. There we are. And they don't hold up too bad. I mean, I've made things that are well over 10, 15 years old and been washed a few times, and they're still holding up. They're not disintegrating, which is crazy. There we are. Making it on through. A little frustrating with the whole thing here, but that is what it is. That's how I learn, by making mistakes and teaching myself. But that's not how I do things. So then next time I'll be like, no, I've been through this and I had to fix my mistake and I don't want to do it again. Pretty reasonable. And we're getting into a corner again. So this one, we're going to slip stitch into here. And then I believe we're attaching with this one. We are. So we are going to be turning our work like that. So we folded it. And now I like to slip stitch in between the two clusters, then where they join. You don't have to, but I find it closes it a little tighter than I do over here. And then instead of doing a chain, I just simply do that because I want the corners to be tight. Tighter than tight. I don't want the big round spots that end up happening when you don't. So what I mean is, see how they're very nicely attached in there on all of mine here. But when I miss them, there's a big hole like right in there, and it's quite noticeable. Like these ones are not noticeable. That's where the corner actually are. And I fully expect that to be there. I'm not bothered by it, but if there's a hole there where it looks like it's going to end up coming apart really quick in that corner, I find those places to be very weak looking, and I'm sure that's where, if it's going to start falling apart, it's going to be there. So, because this is being used on an art chair for children, I want to make sure, as much as I possibly can, that it's going to hold up to the abuse that children put things through. There we go. Looking good. And through there. And get one of those right through here. Two. And three. And one. One. Two. Three. And then we're up at a corner. Now with this corner, because I have to go up and then back down, I am doing the cluster here. Then I slip stitch through there in lieu of one chain stitch. We do a chain. This is a spot I will do a chain. And then we're just going up the side. And on that note, I'm going to say thanks for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Box, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.